was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people.
To see if we could become something more.
So when they needed us, we could fight the battles
that they never could.
Okay, one thing I noticed there, where is Thor standing?
Probably in the Milano, I was assuming. You know, I don't think we know for sure, but he appears to post Guardians picking him up from...
Right, I get it. And I noticed the Vision had skin.
Yes. So is that something he's doing with the stone, the Infinity Stone, to... You know, because in the comics, the Vision and Scarlet Witch have a romance. So is this the start of that, and it helps for him to appear more human to her to kind of get that going along? We don't know. We can guess.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it starts out, you know, with Tony Stark looking like the Earth is kind of
bashed
in
up
ruins.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
hanging out in New York.
In New York, yes, we see Bruce Banner in the Sanctum Sanctorum, the Doctor Strange's area.
As Bruce Banner.
As Bruce Banner.
Not the Hulk.
So, you know, how did he get there? We know at the end of Thor Ragnarok that Sanctuary 2, Thanos' ship kind of shows up with, we're assuming, to collect the Tesseract from Loki, which we see a little later in this video.
Mm-hmm.
During the fight, does Thor somehow send the Hulk here to get help? Or I can't imagine he ends up here just by chance.
Or do they somehow make it back here before anything happens?
Right, because Doctor Strange, you know, Thor did meet Doctor Strange in Thor Ragnarok, so that connection might be there.
Mm-hmm.
We assume, well, for those of you who've seen the leaked footage from Comic-Con, you know that Thor ends up with the Guardians. He lands on our windshield and they kind of pick him up. So something happens, Thor ends up in space, Hulk ends up at Doctor Strange's house, and all seems to make pretty good sense.
Okay.
We're getting the new Marvel Studios intro, which is very cool.
It just gets me hyped up.
Absolutely.
I'm a geek, I don't care.
You will know what it's like to lose. To feel so desperately that
You
you're
were-
right, yet to fail all the same. Dread it. Run from it. Destiny still arrives.
Got you.
Might have been a little early pause there, but a lot of stuff was just going on right there. You know, we see, obviously, Iron Man is with Bruce Banner, Doctor Strange, and Wong. How he gets there, maybe Doctor Strange calls him, we don't know. He does not have his armor on.
That is the outfit he wears underneath his armor, though.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So Kit is probably nearby.
I would assume so. It probably doesn't go very far without it.
Mm-hmm.
We also,
Saw Spidey senses tingling. That
Yes.
was pretty cool.
a lot of people said, you know, when Spider-Man Homecoming came out, that we didn't see the spider sense go off or him use it. So it's cool to kind of throw that in here, a little fan service for everyone who really wanted to see the spider sense. We see something in the sky. Peter Parker sees something in the sky. I'm assuming that's Thanos bringing his army there somehow.
Somehow through that gateway
Yep.
into the universe. So, poor New York. You know,
Yeah.
They keep taking a beating here.
They certainly do.
You know.
And, you know, you see Thanos kind of appearing through a portal. It appears to be Earth, I'm assuming. And you'll see later in the video, he does have, looks like he has the Power Stone and the Tesseract, which we know the Tesseract is a space gem, opening doorways through space. So he's probably using that to teleport around possibly, but opening up holes and getting to where he needs to go.
And as we saw, Loki handed it to him right there.
Yes, we do see Loki handing the Tesseract, which looks like Thanos has possibly, or the Black Order has kind of destroyed the Asgardian ship that we see them leaving on at the end of Thor Ragnarok.
It kind of looked like Loki had taken a beating too. He was all
Absolutely.
messed up.
And Loki being Loki, he's giving it up to save his own hide. I'm sure he has plans in place to either help the heroes defeat Thanos so he can get the Tesseract back, or maybe even some of the other Infinity Stones, because I'm sure Loki knows all about them. and he has plans on plans on plans.
He's the god of mischief.
Absolutely.
City. Engage all defenses. And get this man a shield.
Fun isn't something one considers when balancing the universe.
Nice stopping point, really.
I mean, once again, we saw a lot right there. You know, we see Thor. It looks like he's trying to shut something down. Maybe it's the Guardians and Thor are trying to stop the army from getting to Earth. We don't really know at this point, but it looks at least like Thor is trying to shut something down and slow Thanos down. So it's very possible that the teams may not meet up right away or even in this movie, but the Guardians and Thor will be working on one thing to slow Thanos down, and maybe the Avengers are on Earth. Looks like a lot of at least the major battle scene is going to be in Wakanda, which could mean the Soul Stone is in Wakanda, which is one of the theories out there. So that's a possibility. Or Heimdall perhaps has it, and maybe he traveled to Wakanda.
I like that theory.
And they know that maybe with all of the advanced technology there, it's the best defense against it. Because as you can hear, you know, the Black Panther is saying, evacuate the city, prepare all the defenses, and get this man a shield, referring to Captain America.
Who caught that freaking sword? I mean, who threw it, though? I don't know.
I think it's Proximity Midnight. She's one of the Black Order, and she has something like that that she uses, so I'm assuming it's that. It was pretty damn cool that he caught it like that. So we don't really see much of the Black Order, except this might be Glaive, who carries a sickle quite like that, and we'll start this again in a minute. It seems like we see Proxima Midnight throwing the thing that Steve Rogers catches. And then we also, earlier when you see Thanos kind of slamming Spider-Man down, I kind of paused it a couple times when I was watching it earlier today, just to make sure it is him, because there's another part of the Black Order, his name's Black Dwarf, and he's pretty big and he's super strong and basically indestructible. So I wanted to make sure that wasn't him, but it is definitely Thanos slamming him to the ground. You can see that.
One thing I noticed here is he is in his regular skin. It's the regular vision. So this is obviously, when I look at a preview, I don't know when you do, I always think for some reason it's chronological. I know it's not. It never is. They want to throw you off so you don't know the whole plot. But obviously this is out of order. So,
well, it might not be. It could very well be that earlier vision he's using the Mind Stone's power, because we know all of the Infinity Stones has amazing power, and he has the Mind Stone. I think it's the Mind Stone, isn't it?
I believe.
So he could be using that to make the Scarlet Witch see him in human form, because we still see it glowing in his forehead, so it hasn't been removed. At least we think. Once again, we don't know what's going on for sure. Yes. Right. So.
But this
very deceptive.
does put a smile on my face.
Pause it. We didn't show much there, but I think a lot is going on. I think first and foremost, like Dave said, you know, they kind of show, looks like they're trying to remove the Mind Stone from the Vision, and then you see Thanos adding a stone to the Infinity Gauntlet. But it is blue, and I'm assuming it's the Tesseract.
Yes.
Because we see Loki giving it up earlier in the trailer, and the Tesseract, or the Space Stone, is blue. He's adding it to it. The other one we see, and I think this is very important, is the Power Stone,
which hasn't been
in the first Guardians of the Galaxy, and the last we know of its existence, it was in Xandar. So I wonder if this movie is going to start out on Xandar, with Thanos coming in, destroying the place to collect that stone.
Wow. And
maybe that's how the Guardians kind of get involved. Xandar, the Nova Corps, reaches out to the Guardians, saying, hey, Thanos just basically blew up Xandar and took the stone that you left with us. We need help. Pick up Thor floating through space, and that's how they get on their path in the Infinity War. Just a theory. Who knows?
I love theories.
Me too. Pause it.
You don't see it anyway. Almost.
And yeah, obviously that last part, it looks like the Black Panther is leading the Wakandan army into battle with Hulk, Black Widow,
Steve Rogers.
Steve Rogers. We can call him Nomad. In the comics, he took up the mantle of Nomad when he wasn't Captain America anymore. Kind of looked like that. It looks like he has some type of gloves on. If you look closely at him running, it looks like he has gloves on. Is he some type of shield they've made for him, or?
Oh yeah, some sort of
vibranium.
Some kind of vibranium gloves.
Yep. We don't know. Once again, we'll find out. But I noticed his hands definitely. He's wearing something, so we don't know what that is yet. But we can theorize about it because
he's got longer hair.
And he does have longer hair and a beard.
And a beard.
You think they're going to CGI out the beard?
No, this is not Justice League. All right. And this last part I love. That's not it. Here it is.
Who the hell are you guys?
See Groot, the teenage Groot back there. That was pretty cool. But that last part to me, so that part to me, it's like Thor, asking him, "Who are you guys?" So they obviously found him, and it makes me feel like, all right, everyone else is down there battling, but you know what? Here's the last piece. The Guardians are here. We're gonna finish this. Because they've been looking for Thanos for 2 movies.
Absolutely, and it could be by the time we can theorize. He's collecting, he's collecting these Infinity Stones. We know it seems like he has the one from Xandar, so maybe that's early in the movie. He goes to Xandar, collects that stone.
Mm-hmm.
We see Doctor Strange in them. Seems like defending his area. Doctor Strange has the time zone, time stone, and where else would he be going? He's going to go after the Soul Stone, which we're not sure where it is. Could be in Heimdall, could be in Wakanda. He's going to. So the Tesseract, it looks like he has. The Mind Stone is in Vision.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like he's getting it there. The Ether, which is from Thor: The Dark World, which is the Reality Stone. If you saw the scene that was released, the Guardians are at the Collector's place, and Thanos basically is grilling the Collector for where it is. The Collector says he has sold it to somebody. Can't believe the Collector would sell anything. You don't get called the Collector if you sell things.
Right.
So he's probably trying to protect it from Thanos getting a hold of it. We don't know when this scene obviously takes place. Thor was not in it, so it's early on. So maybe he doesn't get it from the Collector at that point. Maybe the Guardians have it, and he's running from them. The Power Stone, which is in Xandar, we already talked about.
Time Stone that Doctor Strange had in his movie. Right?
Yes. He still has it as far as we see in this trailer. Maybe he doesn't. At least it's not in the gauntlet when we see it. And then the Soul Stone, we don't know where it is. So this is going to be a huge movie. I mean, the fact that all the Guardians are in it,
Mm-hmm.
all of the Avengers, we know Ant-Man, Wasp. I do believe, no, Wasp isn't going to be in this one, but I believe Ant-Man is. Wasp is going to be in Avengers 4.
And how long is this movie?
They haven't announced it yet. We don't know what the running time is for this, but it's got to be
Upwards of 3 hours.
It's got to be close,
gotta be.
because otherwise it's going to seem rushed and maybe too fast paced. But I mean, I hope it's 3 hours. This has been building since the MCU started, since the post-credit scene on Iron Man where Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury comes out and says, "I want to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative." This is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
It's going to be.
It's been a 10-year build-up. I think it's May 4th, and the Iron Man was May 4th, so it's like exactly 10 years. But this is the zenith. Everything we've been waiting for. I mean, it's got to be the biggest movie event.
Absolutely.
Maybe of all time.
Yep. I mean, we got that first post-credit scene in Iron Man letting us know about the Avengers Initiative, and then we got the post-credit scene from the first Avengers with Thanos turning around and smiling. So, I mean, they've had a plan all along.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they've made changes here and there, but it's just everything's falling into place, and I can't wait to see it.
It's been pretty genius, yeah. I can't wait to. I have no idea what the second Avengers movie. Second Avengers Infinity War, or if he's even called that. I don't know. I don't know how you would follow this up with another one. But
Absolutely. Who knows where it's going to be? I mean, they won't announce the title until this comes out because they said it's kind of a spoiler for something that happens in this movie. So.
Maybe that'll be the after credits scene.
Absolutely. It could be the Infinity Gauntlet. Maybe in this movie it's just him collecting all the stones, and then Avengers 4 is going to be him wielding its power to,
That's
as he
interesting.
put, bring a balance to the universe.
That's interesting. I like it. And there's only two movies in between. There's Captain Marvel and Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yes.
So there's only two.
Right. So next year we get Black Panther in February, Infinity War in May, Ant-Man and the Wasp in July, and then actually Captain Marvel is next February,
Oh, I thought it was
2019.
November. Okay.
And then we get Avengers 4, Infinity Gauntlet maybe.
And this is where Captain Marvel will be in that movie as well.
Yes, Captain Marvel has been confirmed for Avengers 4. Her movie's coming out before it, which is set in the past with the Skrulls, but we can talk about that in another video.
Right. This is just for this preview. Excellent. I can't wait for it.
Fired up.
What else to say?
Can't think of anything except if you like what you see, hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and we'll come back at you soon. Thanks so much for watching, everybody.
Thank you.